Hello, how you doing? I'm gonna do a recap video of the AFT National Championship on Lake Eufaula. I'm gonna go over kind of the baits I used and the rods and reels I selected to use these baits. Um, First of all, practice. I found one little area. It had some grass on it. It was a shallow flat, about between 3 and 5 foot. There was a little cut that ran through it that was about 5 foot, and there was grass everywhere. I ran through there I think it was the first day of practice. I went through there and caught about a 3 pounder on a chatterbait. And that was the only fish I caught in practice there. I didn't stay there long. I just saw there was a lot of grass. The next 2 days of practice, I tried to locate some stuff like that, and I also checked out the deep bite, which is what ended up winning the tournament. I came in 22nd place out of about 320 competitors, 277 of them in boats, and then 44 co-anglers. It was a great event. I guess I'll get into it real quick, and I'll show you what I used to catch the fish I do catch. All right. The main bait was a chatterbait, a jackhammer, and at first I was using the chatterbait rod, but it was a little soft for what I was trying to do because I was using a 1/2 ounce chatterbait to get it down in the grass, and then when I was ripping it out, I had a little trouble clearing the bait with the chatterbait rod. So what I switched to was the worm jig rod for the chatterbait, and it helped me rip the grass off and clear the bait a little easier. So here's the chatterbait I was using. I used a couple different tails. This is probably the one I caught the most fish on. This is just a fluke, the original fluke trailer. I also used some swim bait trailers. Yeah. So this was the main one. This caught all my fish on day one. It caught 2 fish on day 2, and I noticed the bite was getting tougher. I didn't get as many bites. I did lose 2 fish on day 2 also, a 3 and 4 pounder. But you know that happens. But this is what I caught those fish on. Then day 3, I started out throwing the same thing, the chatterbait, and I wasn't getting bit. I was there for about an hour, so I was like, okay, I need to make a couple changes. So what I did was, first I had a light underspin on, and I wasn't getting down on the grass enough, and I couldn't move it fast enough. I had to reel it slow, and I wanted to cover a lot of water and move fast. So I ended up putting about a 1/2 ounce underspin with a Kitech swim bait on the back. This is I think it's a 3.2 inch Kitech swim bait. Was putting that on the back, throwing that, and I was burning this. I was reeling it pretty quick. I mean, it's 7-to-1 gear ratio reel, the same reel, really the same setup I was throwing the chatterbait on, same exact setup, 7-3-to-1 on the worm jig rod, by Kastking. And then the 7-to-1 Elite reel from Kastking, which is another great reel, and it's what I use for both my chatterbait and my underspin. Then I had 5 fish in the boat. I had one that was about 5 pounds ish, 4 to 5 pounds, and I had 3 keepers, and then I made a switch. So I had 2 good ones and 3 keepers for 5 fish. I was like, I need to upgrade one of these little ones. So I tried something I didn't try the whole time. It was a Z-Tap rattle trap, but I had tied it on the night before. I put it on a 20-pound fluorocarbon line, and on the 9-to-1 gear ratio Elite reel from Kastking. And the reason I did that is to increase my speed. I wanted to keep this bait pretty much above the patches of grass. Now, it wasn't the normal grass we're used to. I'm used to fishing. It wasn't like hydrilla or milfoil. It was something else. It was like a cabbage. I'm not sure what it was, to be honest with you, but it was the only type of forage or type of grass I could find on a flat. So that's what I did to catch all my fish. I ended up 22nd place, number 2 Navy Angler of the Year, and 19th overall in the nation. Not bad, not a bad deal. Brief recap. Rattle trap. Oh, and I was also throwing this on the chatterbait rod because I really wasn't getting this into the grass. I was winding this thing so fast it was going over the grass. I had about 1.5 feet of water above the grass, so I just pretty much kept this above the grass with this reel. And the chatterbait has it's stout, but it has a soft tip, and I was able to keep the fish buttoned up on the rattle trap. So that was the rattle trap rod, and then the underspin again, underspin, reel, and then the rod. Oh, that's all backwards. You have to go read it. And then here's the chatterbait that was used. All right, it's the jackhammer, only chatterbait I think you should use anymore anyway. All right, well, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the recap. If you got any questions, please put it on the board in the messages. All right, thanks. Bye.